So I want to talk to everybody about my personal church experiences. I'm gonna start with my upbringing and how I grew up and all that. Upper middle class, in Chesterfield. Always grew up in church. Went to Liberty, the world's largest Christian university. I went to a lot of fairly affluent churches in the area. I've been to about 25 or 30 churches in this Richmond area, and a lot of places I'm still friends with a lot of the people in these different places. I've had very good treatment at these places. I got let on the inside. I got to be a part of the in crowd. I also want to talk to y'all about the ministry I started. I was able to do some things in ministry last year. If I just keep doing what I did in 2019, and I taught maybe 100 other people to do what I did in 2019, the whole church scene could be totally revolutionized. I bless the Lord for what he did in 2019 with the ministry. Of course, the COVID came in, so I think I'm gonna wait this year out in terms of, in terms of doing stuff and whatnot. There's some other stuff that I want to get taken care of. My treatment, as far as how people treated me, completely changed in 2019. People start ignoring me. People start not returning calls. People start not answering messages. People start, when I would go to the churches that I visit, they turn their back and act like they don't see me. They would act real cliquey. I would go up to try to talk to them, and they would act like they're real busy, and then just go right over to the other corner and talk to somebody else. And so it really opened my eyes to what's really going on with the church in a way that I had never seen before. And then things started to unravel, and then I started to see all those things people talked about, and I need to apologize to them right now, because when they said what them church people was like, I didn't believe it, because I was on the in crowd. But now that I saw what the church people did to me, then I saw what they were saying all along, and then it came to fruition. And it's crazy because I go from being one of the people on the inside to an outcast after I do something that church people are supposed to encourage you to do. You might say, well, it's because of this, it's because of this, it's because of this. Whatever you might say is the reason why they're mistreating me when I start going into ministry. All that stuff wasn't a problem before I got into ministry. All that stuff wasn't a problem at all. Even when I told people that I wanted to start a ministry, they cheered me on. They was happy that I was doing it. But once I actually got there and did it, that's what they didn't want. It's like the people like for you to talk about doing something, but once you actually do it, then they don't want nothing to do with you. Okay, even if you don't go or attend the meetings or whatever, I'm furthering the Great Commission. Once you know past a certain point, as far as churches go and whatnot, you become isolated and people no longer want to be around you as much. I start to see that. I start to see that there was two main categories of people that the church was run off, the institution as a whole. I started to see that the regular sheep and the in crowd. And if you didn't fit into them two groups, it didn't matter how much you knew about the Bible. It don't matter if you're a 4-star general. You don't get in those in crowds, and these other people at the bottom, they don't want to talk to you either. And the people at the top don't want you talking about it too much because they know you scare them away. Church is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it works. It works very well in the sense that it continues to keep people rotating in the doors. The people that actually grow, oftentimes they end up leaving because the main leaders of the church is mostly looking at how many we have coming in the pews, how many we have coming in the doors. But what they're not concerned about is which people they have coming in the doors. They ain't concerned about that. So they pushing the same people that they brought in out of the doors, out in the street, and they don't even care. They don't even care at all. The people that go to church are not there for Jesus. They're not there for the word. And proof of that is some of them would have questions, and I would have the answers to them. I had the scriptures to give them. I'd have the passages to go to. They wouldn't want to hear it. I thought you had this question. But then when we get to the answer, they don't want to talk no more. And so the reason why I need to focus on this is this, okay? I'm happy in my own square. I feel great in my own square. I've been that way for a long time. A lot of people don't understand that, okay? But it's too many people that ignore the voices of these people that don't have a voice. It's too many people, okay, that's allowing and assisting this poison to take place and not doing nothing about it. It's too many people, okay, that is such a bad example of what church is supposed to be, that people on the street that's not in church, they don't even know what a real Christian look like, because the real ones is hidden somewhere and the fake ones is on display, you know? And so the reason why I gotta focus on these things, reason why I gotta really look at these things with my ministry, with my messages, all of that, is because somebody has to focus on getting this poison out. Somebody gotta do it, okay? Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta get this poison out, okay? And if you don't like what I said in this message, okay, I challenge you to a debate. You don't like what I said, go get your pastor. He can come at me if you want to. Whatever you want to do. Because things need to change, okay? And all this that I'm saying here, a lot of y'all the exception. Some of y'all the exception. But some of y'all are fake and you know it. And I'm holding you accountable today. So that's where I'm coming to you on, okay? That's my church diary. That's where I'm at. And so, you know, if you got any other questions, you want to know where we at, you know, just let me know, okay? And everybody else that's my friends, people that I keep up with, and I ain't got to you yet, I'm gonna see you sometime. Send me a message, and we'll see you soon.